Hello everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, I'm going to be reacting to A Hero's Journey, which is like the documentary they posted on Disney Plus directly after the final episode aired, which by the time of me filming this is like 2 weeks ago. Because the finale aired and I had to edit my reaction video, I had to film and edit my breakdown video, and then I slept for like an hour, and then I was up and going to Orlando for basically a week, and then I came home and then I had another convention, so I've been very busy for the past 2 weeks. So I actually haven't seen the documentary yet. I've been avoiding clips left and right on Twitter and Instagram, like anything the official Percy series is posted, I've been avoiding. I haven't really seen anything. And I did a poll on my community tab of, would you guys be interested in seeing me react to this? And like 700 of you voted for yes. So that's what we're doing, baby. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm excited. I am prepared to cry.
From the very first days of the project, we've been
Rick.
talking about viewers all over the world, especially kids, to see in them the hero that they hope to be.
It demands that it have the kind of execution that I think we've all committed to.
This is so cool. That was amazing. I've never seen anything like
So much of the sets are practical.
This story, we are embarking on the biggest adventure any of us have ever been on.
Oh my gosh, New York Comic Con. I covered this. I really wish everybody who like hated on the show, like on TikTok and stuff, would watch this so they could see how practical all the sets are.
We're at the volume stage at Mammoth Studios, and we're doing the camera test.
His voice is so little.
Looks awesome so far. I'm excited to start filming.
He was a baby.
Really, it started as a bedtime story for my son when he was feeling not so great about himself because of his learning differences. He loved Greek mythology, and I told him
Shout
all
out
these
to the
stories, and I
ADHD
made up
folks.
Percy Jackson. It was really because he wanted to see a character like himself who had ADHD and dyslexia, but was also a hero.
Oh, look at all the
It's crazy how it
storyboarding.
went from the bedtime story 20 years ago to here we are.
I'm obsessed with like behind the scenes stuff. I wish I could see more of it.
For us, it was really about trying to find the soul of all of these people.
Spill.
And finding Walker, I think, was the moment we all knew this was going to work.
I had a couple calls with like the producers, Dan and John. And
His voice is
I
so
thought it
much
wasn't
deeper
gonna get
now.
any more. And Rick joined, and then he told me himself with Becky that I got the part, which was really cool.
He really embodies what it means.
That's literally
to be
my son.
Percy.
That's my child.
He has a sense of humor. He has Percy's snark. Also a sense of wonder.
I'm gonna cry.
I had been that good at his age. He's really wonderful.
I sent in a tape, like, partly as a joke. I was convinced I wasn't gonna get it.
Flirting with, like, I like your sword. Oh my gosh, like, you know, it's so cool. I had to do that.
What? It's the first time I'm hearing of this.
They're besties.
I'm Andrew McElroy, and I'm the acting coach
Oh,
on
interesting.
Percy Jackson Season 1. And this is where we talk about what the story is, where we try to coax their
that's so
imaginative
cool.
life out of them and try to build Percy Jackson into a world that sits in their spine, in their imagination, all things Percy.
I would eat up like so much behind the scenes stuff.
One of the things we like to say is fill in all the stuff between the lines and, you know, have the actors like walking the walk and talking the talk.
I gotta tell him about Chronos.
Lovely.
It's not like we're just throwing it out there. Every single line means something, and it's not just a throwaway.
Stuff like this is why it pisses me off so bad when people on TikTok like try and critique in the way that they do, because you don't know, you're not in this industry, you don't know anything that goes into it. It's just so disrespectful to everybody that is on set. It makes me so angry.
It really is a hero's journey in every sense, and we're all across the map.
I wonder if they're going to talk about like the specific changes they made and why.
And they all have to be brought to life. To do that, it takes a lot. It takes
Spill.
physical locations.
Oh, that's on an ILM screen? Whoa.
Vancouver and Stagecraft is the first ever Canadian volume built. It is the game changer. It's the future. This is the most advanced stuff that's happening in visual effects right now.
Instead of having to travel to all of these locations, we're bringing the locations to us.
I'm shocked.
It was really cool. With 1 second you're in New York, and the next second you're 3,000 miles away from that.
You can make it look like you're anywhere in the world.
I knew that they didn't film like in New York, New York. That's crazy.
Exists as a 3D scene, which we can move around and we can manipulate as we want.
Sometimes it's something as easy as moving a tree around.
We mount tracking objects on top of the camera to find out the exact tracking position of where the camera is in relation to the volume so that we can project them on the walls.
The more physical set you can have on the stage that handshakes with what's on the volume wall, the better it is.
That's so cool.
Walker's dad. I don't know his first name anymore.
They are twins. Whoa, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Wow.
On a 6-axis motion base that can move anywhere in space, and it does so similar to what this scale model that we call a Waldo does. And we can move the camera around and act like it's driving down the road on the screens that you see behind you.
That's crazy. Man, I love this kind of stuff.
That was pretty fun. So we just finished the first full week of filming. Yeah, this is a fun week. Can't wait for the 46 more or something.
Oh my god, he's exhausted.
One of the biggest challenges when you take a book and make it on the screen is creating a plausible world. So from our props to our costume to our set design, it had to be very tangible, very real.
The heads of departments on the show.
See, look at that. Look at that.
And it lets the world breathe from the bottom up.
Wow. They built all of you. Wow. Or is this on? This is on location. Oh, that's cool.
Well, don't tell anybody, but I'm stealing that sword. I don't care what anybody says. I'm taking that home.
He's so
We
cute.
really found some of the best
Dan
people
Henna.
to bring this world to life. Oscar-winning Dan Henna, who did
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit,
My king.
is creating worlds like my imagination could never
Wow. I love Dan Henna. He is fantastic.
The key factor is finding the vision of the director and being true to that. I tend to start off with some concept artists, and then set designers do their magic.
I've read about his concept sketches on Rick's blog, so it's really cool to be able to see them.
And what we're standing in will be a 32,000 cubic foot tank of water where Percy and Annabeth come to retrieve Ares' shield.
Built all of that.
Incredible amount of greens, digging out.
How did they build this? On location, too?
Hannah's concept art and realizing it into this space.
It came together so well. Just seeing all the cabins in that U formation, it's so weird because I've been imagining that since like 3rd grade, and then actually being there and seeing that, like walking in and doing scenes and
daily occurrence on set, trying to get the perfect dap.
One time we were at Camp Athlete, we did it so much that I had like a 5-star print on my forearm. Charlie?
Walker, what are you doing?
Oh my god.
It's been so long.
It's been so
Yes. There's some wishful
They're so
thinking
cute.
story about a kid who's always
He is
Aw.
fantastic as Percy, and he's lovely to work with, and he's a really great actor.
For us, that moment with Clarice was really the eye-opening moment for him of all of the things he was capable of and never knew.
She can really scream. There was that one scene, it was like an opera singer. It was amazing. If there was any glass near us, I'm sure it would have shattered.
We chose very much to shoot practically because I love the experience of the actor of being in the environment of water.
Aw.
You don't think that wearing clothes makes a big difference? It really does. Because you feel like you're drowning, you know? Wearing shoes underwater, like, you can't really use your feet because it doesn't really, like, work. You can't kick. You have to use your arms.
That's crazy. Aww. He's just Percy Jackson. Aww. This is crazy.
Okay, here we go. And it's on you, buddy.
Holding your breath is a difficult thing to do, but when you're doing it without a mask, in costume, it is very, very difficult. And then you have to perform on top of that.
Trust yourself.
That's crazy.
Coming to set, they knew the pressure that was on them, because if we didn't get this take, it would take another hour for them to dry off and do a take 2. And they nailed it. I was so proud of them.
Aww. Dude, so much goes into doing a show. It's like so insane.
If anybody works harder than Leah, that's something to see.
The challenge is more of Leah proving that this role is for her.
Come on, let's go find Percy.
You know, proving the fact that she's a wise girl, she's tough. I think it pushes her.
I come in the room at night and she's studying her lines, and I'm asking her, Leah, what you doing? I'm not Leah right now, I'm Annabeth.
It was one of those moments where a character that had only really existed on the page as far as the show goes started to come into focus.
She has this sense of groundedness to her that's really rare. She wants to do the best job possible, and she is just laser focused.
It's great to work with Leah. She's exactly how I envisioned Annabeth.
Annabeth is the most reasonable. She keeps the group on track.
I do feel like Annabeth on and off of set. I've become this character so much now that like I'm always like, wait, who's that? Wait, no, I hear something. What is that?
I love her so bad, you guys.
The challenge to creature design on a show like this
Yes.
is these are creatures that have existed. for
Talk
thousands
to
of
me
years
about
that
the
are
creatures,
endless
please.
to interpret that then come out.
Oh, she looks so unserious in the suit.
For quite a bit. Even before they start shooting that sequence, we had to develop his character and get all the detail on the face, and we have some close-ups.
That's so cool. So insane to me how all that's done.
Let's get back up on his arm on there, and he can't make it, and he slips back down again, and then he falls down.
And then throw it back.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Show me the side by side. I want to see the side by side. Wow, that's so cool. I love that shot so much.
There's a lot of running today.
We should do one take where we're all just Tom Cruise run.
Yes.
Hands spread.
Arian's about to be snatched up by Cerberus.
He loves it every single day to be here, to be on the set, and to be working.
I love that their parents are in this.
We are applying. I'm so sorry. Look, and I'm bringing it in. Hold up.
In between scenes, when they're not on camera, the children come into a school space that we've set up, and they get to be normal kids.
Oh, look, here they come.
In the 8th grade, and I'm learning algebra, but right now I am learning solving equations.
Oh my gosh, I miss algebra.
Math.
The main thing we want to do is
The right to remain silent.
All year, if you say anything,
It will be anything and everything will be held against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney.
Did you learn this just from watching 21 Jump Street?
Yes.
I was gonna say, yeah.
There's also a level of emotion and intensity.
Yes, take
that
me through the
requires an
music.
epic score.
Oh, this
My
is
name
good.
is Bear McCreary. Percy Jackson is a really dynamic series. Some of the scenes that were the biggest challenge were actually the intimate scenes. There were a lot of scenes with Percy and his mother where
Yeah.
he's trying to be vulnerable with her. I wanted to make sure that the emotion is there.
Hey, casino set.
This is awesome.
We haven't had time to explore.
There's a slushy machine.
There's a slushy machine. There's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
They built this mall, and then they never ended up using it, and so we just built this whole set here.
Wow.
This casino.
Not him in his Cobra Kai gi.
Another thing we added to the Lotus Casino.
Yes, talk to me about it.
Who was your first choice for Hermes?
We got him.
Ugh, sure.
Roam around at Hamilton. He's the coolest guy ever.
We spent like a week watching Hamilton to like prepare to meet him.
I didn't know much about Greek mythology until I started reading these books with my kids.
Yep.
He's the god of commerce, he's the god of everything that goes down in this casino. He's just kind of the god of a lot of different little things.
He's always doing something.
And that's how I feel too.
Honestly, yeah, that's valid.
Who would win a wrestling match between you and me?
I mean, do you want the real answer?
We'll go with the draw. I don't want to embarrass you in front of these guys.
Sure.
When you hear that you're going to be doing a battle with 13-year-old, I was like, okay, how's that going to work? Because usually I'm playing off of very large human beings.
Aw.
But it's been great.
Nice. One more time, just like that.
That's so cool. Dude, I love
pretty physical.
watching
Like, I've
sword
been
fighting.
whipping around
Like the
these
practice of it.
bobblehead, But
Okay, let's do that. What does the hero's journey in Percy Jackson mean to you?
so I love watching the progression, the hero becoming the hero. And
Dude, stop it. I want to be an actor. How do I do that? At my ripe age of 24. Is it too late? So cool. I feel like we glossed over how awesome this fight was at the time.
Pretty tired, but I could do a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, I love filming, but I also love sleeping in.
Real.
As momentum built, we would help him open the doors, but he had to go through it on his own.
Aw.
As a parent, it was emotional for me because you see a kid find the thing that he's supposed to do at such a young age. And as an adult, like I'm 45 and I'm still looking for the thing I'm supposed to do.
He's 45?
He finds it, and not only do they find it and have so much passion and just to learn. To be here and to get to watch my son find this and become, who he's becoming has been the greatest gift I could ever ask for.
Oh my god.
Really loved about this project was it began with words on a page, and the words came to be on a page because a father was trying to help his son feel more comfortable in the world.
Oh my god. Wait.
Which then became the script for a television series, which then became a gathering place, a campfire, if you will, around which an incredibly talented group of people and an incredibly talented group of young actors came together to begin our hero's journey towards the making of Percy Jackson.
I have watched these three kids grow up and become more than who they were when we started, and it's really exciting, and I'm very glad to be a part of it.
They all work from the soul, they all work from the heart, and they all want to live and breathe their characters.
And it all started with a book that 180 million people around the world adore.
Okay, original covers.
I took the job because of a little boy named Liam. He's my godson. And he said, Virginia, what have you been doing today? And I said, I made this audition tape for this show. And he said, what show? And I was like, oh, it's this thing called Percy Jackson. We were walking down a street in Queens. He stopped. And his whole body changed. And like, tears filled his eyes.
Stop it.
And it was at that moment I thought, oh my God, this is really important to people. And this is really important to someone I love. And I want to be a part
It's me on
of telling
people.
a story that makes that child respond in that way. So that's why I'm here.
The books are really special to me because it felt good to have them on like a really bad day.
Oh my God.
Or when things were hard.
I have ADHD, and I love how they empowered kids with ADHD.
I think I've reread all of them 6 times so far. I enjoyed them a lot in 3rd grade, and I still enjoy them now.
That was like 2018, by the way.
Really great things in my life, and like I don't have to like be someone like super important or anything, and that's good enough.
You can tell it takes more than a village to create something as epic as Percy Jackson.
It's really critical for me that viewers all over the world can look at this show and say, I could be Annabeth Chase, or Percy Jackson, or Grover. And to see you can be a hero no matter what you look like, no matter what your personal challenges are, no matter where you come from. What it's really about is tapping into the best that's inside us, drawing on that, and doing what we know needs to be done in those hard moments. And hopefully getting to do what needs to be done with some great friends around you.
Aww.
How are you? You're on my butt.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Is that the end of it? Well, I really enjoyed that. I could watch behind the scenes content of any TV show really, but specifically Percy Jackson for forever. If you guys have been watching my YouTube videos for a while, you know that before the show ever came out, like I was always talking about things like the costume designer and the set designer. Like I would love if I could interview somebody from Percy Jackson that isn't a cast member. I would love to interview Dan Hanna and just talk to him about his thought process for all of the sets and how he went about designing them and bringing them to life. I would love to pick Dan Hanna's brain in an interview. But you guys, I mean, you guys know how much I love this show. I think that very much is evident. I would watch hours and hours and hours of behind the scenes footage. I would listen to Rick talk about why he decided to change certain things in the show from the book for hours. And hopefully we get like more interviews and stuff from him and other people on the crew. Like I could just listen to them talk forever. I'm sorry. I'm just one of those people that really, really loves learning about everything that goes into a show. And also watching this documentary makes me even more angry at, like I said already, the people on TikTok who were critiquing the show as if they are in the film industry and know anything about it. Because obviously, look, you can like critique things in the show that you don't like. Like, oh, I don't like how they made this change. I don't like how they made this change. But I've said this before and I'll say it again. There's a difference between critiquing something and saying you don't like it versus critiquing it and saying that it's wrong or bad. Because you personally not liking something doesn't automatically make it bad. You personally disliking something doesn't automatically make it wrong. So if you personally don't like certain changes that they made in the show, that sucks for you. But that doesn't automatically make it bad, and that doesn't automatically make it wrong. So things like people trying to say that the kids had terrible acting, that makes me angry because look at the acting coaches that were on set doing their job and doing such a good job at helping these kids with their acting. And then you have the people that would like try and talk about the budget of the show and be like, oh, where did the $15 million per episode go? The show looks awful, etc., etc. Watching this documentary, hey, that's where all the money went. Building all those practical sets is expensive and also incredibly impressive. Building the cabins, that's impressive. All of the costuming, so much detail goes into a show like this that I feel like the common person on TikTok does not think about, doesn't recognize, or doesn't realize. So many people put so much hard work into this show, and they did such incredible work on it. It makes me so mad to think that they saw anything that people on TikTok were saying about this show and listened to it or took it to heart, because I really hope that they didn't. I'm so happy knowing that the show is renewed, because I really hope it angers the people on TikTok. Like, I mean that wholeheartedly. I'm so happy it's renewed and that these people are going to get to come back and do more for this show. God, I just love it. I love this show. I love this universe. I love this fan base. And I love seeing the people that worked so hard on it get to talk about it and see how passionate they are and how they're just as passionate as I am. It's one of my favorite things. And I wish I was like a super famous interviewer so that I could interview literally every single person from the cast and crew, because I would kill to pick any of their brains on the entire creative process on the show. Really, really, I would. But yeah, I'm so happy that I got to finally watch the documentary. It was fantastic. This show means so much to me, and I'm so happy that we get to have a season 2. Stay tuned for more Percy Jackson videos from me. I've got a lot of ideas coming. For example, we're going to rank the episodes of the show. We're going to do a character tier list. I've seen a couple of comments telling me I should make a video about the differences between the books and the show. And then I think I'm going to do a video where I address or counter the common arguments I see for why the show is bad. Like, for example, I see a lot of people be like, oh, it has exposition dumps. Oh, they do too much telling, not enough showing. Those kind of extremely common and extremely surface level critiques. I'm thinking about doing a video on those and like countering them. So yeah, lots of Percy Jackson stuff still coming. Just because the show's over does not mean that Percy Jackson content is over. But that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!